Okay, good morning, everybody. We're Salinas Union High School District, and our team is here. We have our associate superintendent and parent involvement coordinator, community liaisons, and a few parents.
Good morning. My name is Gloria Tinoco, and I am the community liaison at Hardin Middle School from the Salinas Union High School District. And I'm very happy to be here with you all.
Good morning, everybody. Cristina Parodi Araya, Parent Education Specialist at the San Diego County Office of Education.
Good morning, everybody. This is Lidia Renteria. I'm a consultant at the California Department of Education, and one of my projects involves working with family engagement.
Good morning. My name is Teresa Fuentes Reyes. I'm a parent ambassador for the Moreno Valley Unified School District. It is my pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Susan Brucci, Applied Survey Research Community Researcher and partner with Pajaro Valley Unified School District. So excited to hear from our neighbors in Salinas.
Good morning. I'm Kimberly McCulloch, principal at Hardin Middle School in Salinas, California.
Good morning. My name is Karen Johnson, principal at Valley View High School in Moreno Valley Unified School District.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Bethany Bachman. I am a PAL ambassador from Bakersfield City School District, and I'm happy to be here.
Good morning. My name is Esther Rubio from the Monterey County Office of Education. I'm here with the Salinas Union High School District team.
Good morning. My name is Veronica Hernandez. I'm the community liaison for the Salinas Union High School District.
Rivera, and I'm the parent involvement coordinator for the Salinas Union High School District.
Good morning, buenos días. Alma Loredo con el distrito de Salinas Union High School. Soy un padre líder.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Gabriela Silva y soy también un padre líder con el distrito de Salinas High School.
I did see Dr. Baltasar, I think we're all in.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Blanca Baltasar Saba, Associate Superintendent of Instructional Services.
Okay, great. Okay, good morning. Thank you, everybody, for being patient as we were lost in rooms. My name is Alma Pio Garcia, and I'm the Director of Special Projects for the Salinas Union High School District. And we are starting off. I'll have Dr. Baltasar introduce our district. Thanks.
Buenos dias. Good morning, everybody. I'm really thrilled and honored to be here today to share a little bit about what we're doing in the Salinas Union High School District with regards to community engagement. I want to thank Alma and all of our team and our parents for all the collaboration that we've been doing over this past year and learning so much from all of you. We've taken ideas from all of you and really try to see how we can incorporate them so that we can have improve community engagement in our community. So to start off, we'll start off with just, I just want to share the vision for our district. As you saw in the pictures, our goal is to have graduates that are college and career ready. And our goal is really to have them achieve their life's aspirations. We want them to be productive citizens in our society and take them there wherever they are when they come to us and just have them reach their goals. A little bit about our district. Demographically, we are a grade 7 through 12 school district, so it's a little bit unique. We also have an adult school that has a preschool in it. We have over 16,000 students. 90% of them are Latinx. And 77% across the district are free and reduced lunch students. However, we do have schools where 99% of our students are low income, and then we have other schools where they're about 60%. So the 77% is an average. We also have 21% of our students who are English learners. However, I want to let you know that if we were to take our students that are reclassified and formerly English learners, and we were to put that percentage together, we're closer to 80%. So that number is a little bit deceiving. Given that we're a 7 to 12 district, we do have students who come to us in secondary that are newcomers and have not had any formal education as well. Our foster youth is a little bit less than 1%. We have our youth in transition or homeless students at about 2%. And we have 5 comprehensive high schools, 4 middle schools, 1 independent study school, 1 alternative ed high school, and then we have our own CTE program and adult school. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Pio Garcia.
Thank you, Dr. Baltazar. So as you saw, we are very well-rounded with 7th through 12th grade to adults. This year, one of our goals is to develop our parent engagement vision statement, and we have been working all year long with our community liaisons, which are our parent liaisons at the sites, to develop a vision statement. So we're still in the draft stages. We worked throughout the fall with our CLs, then we have a draft and we shared with our parents at the sites. They brought back feedback. And then we are now sharing it with our parent stakeholder groups, our DLAC committees, our migrant parent committee at the district level, LCAP advisory, and hope we brought it over to leadership and hoping to finish it up, wrap it up, and adopt so we can be ready for 21-22 school year. So again, it's a draft. We're still doing some tweaking and soliciting feedback, but it's been great to work with our parent liaisons, community liaisons, and bring this vision together to continue supporting our parents. Our team, we have Dr. Baltazar, our associate superintendent. Our highlight school is Hardin Middle School. We have our principal and parent community liaison. We have one of our high school's community liaisons, Veronica Hernandez, our parent involvement coordinator. We have 2 parents in our team and a said review from the County Office of Education. And then our community partner with Lucia, yet she's off to retirement. So we're going to be in seeking of some new community partners. A little bit about our parent engagement. It's a key priority in our district. There's funding in our LCAP, specifically our goal 3.3. And one of the things that we fund is a parent liaison for each of our comprehensive schools. We have 10 total, plus our parent involvement coordinator that supports at the district level from our office. We also provide opportunities for our parent community liaisons to get professional development, including the annual GABE conference, where we send all of our parent liaisons and a group of parents from each school site. We also hold annual conferences for supporting parents, both in parenting and education. So at the district level, like I mentioned, we have our parent involvement coordinator. We also provide monthly district-wide parent workshops in addition to what the sites offer at their school sites. And we are working and developing our parent engagement plan. The community liaisons at the site levels are the direct support for their site, for their families. They're also our homeless foster youth liaison at the site. And support those families with community resources, materials and supplies for our students. They hold weekly parent meetings, varies by day. Some sites do monthly and evening meetings. And they also support with families being part of our committees, such as DLAC, Safety, ELAC, LCAP Advisory. Our liaisons also support us with home visits. During the pandemic, we adopted the curbside protocol, and they participate in a variety of events that each school site holds. So this is our parent community liaisons, which are our parent liaisons of the team. We have a range of experience from some of our liaisons being as new as 1 month, and others with experience up to 43 years. So range of experience. And what we do is collaborate and try to get best practices to implement at each of our sites. So when we started working and developing events for our families, workshops, conferences, we asked our families, when is it best for you to attend? And as we see, we have most of our families wanting to attend or being willing to attend on weekdays in the evening. And then the other one was Saturdays. So we actually hold workshops and events on all times, at all times. Usually our workshops are in the evenings. And when we do digital academies, we hold them both in the morning at 10 o'clock in the morning and at 6 p.m. in the evening. And our conferences are usually held on Saturdays and Sundays. So here is some of the events we have offered. This picture here, we my say is if our parents don't come to us, we go to them. We're a high school district, so one of our biggest events where we have over 20,000 people come in is our high school jamboree. So we hold an informational table at the jamboree, and our community leaders are there, and talking to parents, letting them know what they're offering at their school site, giving them resources of when that they have a site, and providing them with the materials and supplies that they may need to seek their support at the school site. We also have our Mental Health Matters Conference. This was our first conference that we offered. We always start with the introduction on why we're having a conference, and then we send them up to workshops. These two pictures here are our parents at GABE in Long Beach. So ready to learn, go to workshops, and come back and share best practices at their school sites. We also, whenever we have our conferences and events, we also highlight what we offer at our school sites. So here we have one of our Strengthening Families conference where we're highlighting our CTE program, our culinary program, where they talk about what CTE is offering and also provide hands-on provided before the pandemic, right? What skills they've learned. And then they get to taste some of the items that the students learn to do to seek a culinary pathway after high school. I would like Dr. Baltazar to kind of share how the Strengthening Family Conference started, and then I'll share where we're at now with that, because it's her vision that she started a few years ago.
So if we go back 13 years, back then I was the director of the EL and Migrant Program, and I was meeting with a group of our parents in our DLAC and DAC meetings, and they really wanted something more than just the workshops. They wanted to have talleres, like a conference style. And so from the parents asking for this, we began to work on I asked them, so what kind of topics would you like to hear about? So they ranged from college and career readiness to healthcare to nutrition. And so back then, mental health was not a topic that we had. And so from there, we began to work with community organizations and partners to come and present. And we started on a Saturday, and I still remember our first conference was at Alisal High School. And I believe we maybe had 55, 60 parents who showed up. And we began to give surveys at the end to see how we could make it better. And so we started only with Spanish, and since then it has transcended to English and Spanish. It's transcended to not only adults, but teens, and having workshops for teens. We've gone from Saturday to Sundays because our parents said that they would prefer that. We now have a keynote speaker. So it's developed and transformed and gotten better throughout the years, as well as increased participation. And now there's a multitude more of topics. And of course, we provide childcare, and we provide breakfast and lunch for our families as well. But it's great to see over the last 13 years how it's evolved from an idea that came from our parents and to what it is today.
Thank you, Dr. Baltazar. And the reason we changed to a Sunday is because we were looking at the data and we were seeing a stakehold on the number of parents participating. So 2 years ago, we asked our parents that attended the conference, would you prefer Saturday or Sunday? And about 70% of them actually said Sunday. And we have now started our conference on Sundays. It's about 2 hours shorter than if it were on a Saturday from 9 to 2, but we definitely saw a 50% increase of families participating on a Sunday. So that it's been great. It's great work. This last conference we had our parent leaders. Ms. Silva was there helping with the registration and taking other roles other than participants, and that's what our goal to increase our where our parents lead. So here we have just a quick snapshot of this was our 11th annual. 2020 would have been our 12th, but due to the pandemic, we didn't hold the actual conference. So we're excited to start planning it for 2021, right, in the fall. And so we can see kind of the data from one year to the next. We take their feedback to see which workshops we want to bring back and what the, is it still working on the Sunday? This is an example of our program. Every single program has the rationale presented by either our community partners or our own, some of our own counselors or staff or social workers. So parents get an opportunity to read the program in the morning during the keynote speaker and choose their workshops throughout the day. We have monitors walking the parents. We rotate, since this is a district conference, we have started rotating across the district in different high schools. So we've held it in the 3 different high schools the last 3 years. And now I would like to introduce Veronica Hernandez, our parent liaison, community liaison from Rancho San Juan. So Veronica.
Thank you, Ms. Pio, for the introduction. And as we like to share, we have a beautiful campus. It's one of our newest campus for the Salinas Union High School District. And it's been a privilege to be working at this high school with our parents. And we opened back in the 2019 school year. Our current enrollment now is 1,200 students. We have approximately 206 English learners in our campus. And as of now, we only have 3 levels. We started with freshmen and sophomores when we began our school back in 2019. Okay, our parent engagement. I work directly with and support as an interpreter with our ELAC. We meet monthly here at Rancho San Juan. We discuss relevant topics with our parents. Our president for our ELAC president brings and shares information or meeting updates district-wide to our parents. We include in our agenda the parent needs assessment, and we encourage parents to participate in any of the events that we're having in our district. We inform our parents about the students' performance in their LPAC testing. Some of our parents, we need to remind them how that works and how long it would take for a student to be reclassified. And of course, we celebrate academic progress for our students, our English learners, and we celebrate their reclassification. My role here in part of this meeting is as an interpreter for Mr. Hinton, my principal. I'm here to support our English learner specialists. And of course, I share any of the announcements that any events that we're having in our community. And it just encourage our parents to engage in our meetings and any events that we have in our community. And we all the community liaisons we all work the same. We all share the same information. When it comes from our director, we share that information to our parents, the importance of them participating. Here at Rancho San Juan, we have bi-weekly meetings during the morning, and I invite guest speakers that would bring and share beneficial information to our parents. We give our students incentives for their parent participation that they can redeem monthly. Well, now with being viral, they come, I guess, at the end of the year, and they're going to be redeeming those points. And it's exciting because it's really nice the way that our PBIS clerk keeps their track of all these students' participation, well, the parents' engagement and students' participation also. Here at Rancho San Juan, we offer an evening meeting. I am very happy and excited when we have these meetings because this is like our cafecito in the evening. We call it Trail to Success. And basically, they're the same type of meetings that we have in the mornings. We invite guest speakers, the parents, they learn, and they learn about the services that we have out there in the community. This group is especially for those, it's offered because a lot of our parents work in agriculture and they can make our meetings during the morning. So I'm very happy to share that here at Rancho, we have approximately 4 parents that connect. Of course, this is viral. This is through Zoom, but it's nice just because all of our parents now they're learning the new technology and they're engaged with us. Our parent workshops, and we offer our parent workshops like Ms. Pio was mentioning through the whole district. When we recently opened the first semester, we had a parent workshop, and that was Prevención de Diabetes, and it was a Spanish class, a 5-week session class, where the parent, and they learn about nutrition, and as we all know, it's a significant health concern for our Latino population. And a part of also the Monterey County Food Bank was part of this event that we held here in our campus. Last semester, I would share that we just finished a couple of weeks ago that we had the Central the Community Advocacy that came and spoke to our parents. We had group of parents and group of students, which they both in the different rooms, they learn about what's out there for them so they could continue a higher education. The students learn and the parents learn about the AG requirements. We had an expert from our community college here, Harnell College, that came and spoke to them about the financial aid, and they mentioned to them what services they would have for them in the future. At the end of these sessions, the groups, of course, they receive a certificate from that agency. Our professional speakers, as you can see in our screen, we work with many of them. This is only some of them that have spoken to our parents here at Rancho San Juan, but all the liaisons are very familiar with these agencies. I would share that one that we work very closely and for many years is the Catholic Charities. And this agency, we referred this agency to our parents in their community because they have many programs, many services that they could offer. They focus a lot on immigration, and we have workshops, and they have put together workshops for our parents that have questions in regards to immigration. Another from the list, you could see that we have our CET program, which this center is an employment for training and shares with parents the different type or short-term training for the community. This center has helped many of our parents seek other job opportunities aside from the agriculture in our county. So it's really, we advertise this program to our parents. Our parent outreach, I believe, and I know from the experience that all of our sites work and we all share the same outreach for our parents. One of them that is working, that it's an app that a parent could go anywhere with that app. It's an application on the phone. It's a parent view, allows parents to keep up to date with the students' academic progress before they receive a report card at home. So now we started at Rancho San Juan, and this application has been established through our district, and it's become an essential part of our communication with our parents. Another form of communication is Google Classroom. it's more like a teacher and parent. They have parent conferences. We do a lot of the text messaging. We do a lot. We send a lot of messages. I personally use Blackboard for many years. I've used this way to connect with parents. It's a voice messaging, and I do this in both Spanish and English for all of our ELAC meetings and our Cafecito meetings. Other personal phone calls, it's very powerful. We do a lot of that, phone calls. Parents like that. They get to know you. They know who's calling, and that they want us. They feel confident. We do social media, and our newsletter is published once a month for our parents. And finally, our website is updated for all of our school sites constantly.
So we'll continue with another conference that we offer. We offer Mental Health Matters. It started 3 years ago with the need of, the mental, social, emotional for our students. So this conference is offered the first Saturday of November. It's a half-day conference. And we offer English and Spanish workshops similar to the Strengthening Families Conference. This year we held our conference virtually, and we only offered 4 workshops, again, in Spanish and in English, workshops at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. in the evening. We collaborated with social workers, counselors, community partners to bring these topics in. And when we hold the conference in person, we always offer childcare to make it easier for our families to come in and participate. And they walk out with resources. If they attended a depression and anxiety workshop, they walk out with resources on how to cope with these symptoms at home. And we can see this is our attendance for this virtual conference. Karen Rivera is our parent involvement coordinator, and she will talk to you a little bit about our district parent workshops.
Hello, yes. Well, like Ms. Veronica mentioned, we have a lot of events for our parents at a site level, but besides having the site level events, we also have monthly events for our parents at a district level. So we create flyers for them. We try to have a draft of the events before the school year starts, so we know what parents we can share with parents, and parents can already start calling us or asking for questions, or already scheduling in their agenda. All our workshops that we provide them are based on the parent needs. We request their feedback in every workshop that we have. Conference, we give them workshop evaluations at the end of each workshop. We also work together with our community liaisons, and if they see or hear something that parents need or want more information about, then we bring that as well. So as you can see, we try to make our flyers as catchy as possible, clear, precise, and we always include the information of who to contact in case parents have more questions or want to learn or know ahead of time a little bit more about it. We provide the workshops in English and Spanish, and usually we do them at 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. Now that it went virtual, we saw an increase of attendance. A lot of our parents were able to attend from their home, so that was great to see them always still interested to attend to these workshops. We also had the Parent Digital Academy that we started. And we also got a lot of feedback from our parents that they wanted more training. So once our district did these workshops, we shared that information with the site community liaisons, and they were able to bring this similar workshops to our parents based on the work that we had done. So we work very closely with community liaisons to just provide clear content of what parents want, what they need, and always evaluating and seeing what parents want us to bring to them. So yeah, this is what we have done.
Thank you. And the Parent Digital Academy, was kind of we're distance learning. Parents need to know what our students are navigating with. And as you can see, we had great participation throughout the week. Now, to introduce you, Kim McCulloch and Gloria Tinoco, our school highlight at Hardin Middle School.
Good morning. So I'm Kimberly McCulloch, principal at Hardin Middle School. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today, and we're excited to share with you some of our journey this year in distance learning and how we've worked to involve parents in our community and in our school site this year. We were in distance learning all year, and we just started hybrid about 2 weeks ago. So the majority of our year has been distance learning, and that's been our challenge.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gloria Tinoco, and I'm the community liaison here at Hardin. Here at Hardin, we go by the 3 R's. We are respectful, responsible, and ready to learn. The population that we serve in 2020 to 2021, there was about 1,200 students. 73% were low-income students, and 30% are English language learners. Hardin Middle School has 7th and 8th graders, and 92% of our students are Hispanic or Latino.
So one of the biggest things that came up for us with distance learning was communication. So parent communication is always so important and such a priority, but with distance learning, it became like even to the nth degree, right? So we wanted to share some strategies that we did this year that we found were really effective. One thing in the past, we've always used Blackboard, which is a push, text, email, and call, but it's difficult. The parents are not able to respond back on the text messages. And so we used a new texting app called Simple Texting that allows parents to respond back, and our classified staff, and we were able to do this throughout the summer for enrollment and throughout the year, is able to answer from the computer the messages that come back from the parents, and we're able to respond and answer questions. We surveyed our parents, and we found the majority of them prefer texting. A lot of them don't like getting calls over and over, especially when they're at work. So we've really tried to utilize text messaging more and more. Another thing that we did a lot was our virtual meetings, like Ms. Hernandez mentioned with Rancho. All of our in-person meetings switched to virtual, and so it was a transition, helping our parents get used to logging in. But it's been so effective, and something that we found worked really well for us is we would send out the invite for the parent meeting, and then 5 minutes before the meeting, we would send out a text message with the link, and the parents would just have to open it up. And something that we noticed that we thought was amazing, and we want to continue even after, it starts to go back to more in person, is that we meetings. So I think our last one was our record high. We had like 140 parents join, and we were able to hold the meeting and talk about our hybrid program. And they joined. We had parents working in the fields, and you could see they just turned their phone on and they were walking up and down working. We have parents cooking dinner, and you can see them cooking in the background. We had some parents driving their trucks. We were a little worried about that one, but I think it just opens up a whole realm of engagement and connection with the community when parents can join at any place and at any time.
And these are some of the samples of what we have created. Mr. McCulloch works very hard on creating parent weekly updates as well as staff updates, so we could all be on the same page and we could all look forward to the next week and what will be happening. We also use the PVIS reward app for students, parents, and staff. That way we promote and we reward positive behavior for our students. We also make a lot of personal calls because that's very important. We also send monthly PVIS letters for our students, which focuses on the positive that the school has. And we send that to everybody in the school, our parents, our staff, so that way everybody's informed of the positive side. We like to keep things positive in a positive way.
So another area that we connected with families on this year was in our recognition. So even though we were all distance learning, we wanted to keep the positive recognition for academics and behavior. So since we couldn't do in person, we did a lot of drive-throughs. So we had our Renaissance academic drive-throughs, and the part of this that became such a positive impact that we didn't know would be is the whole family would jump in the car, they would decorate the car, they would come through and be congratulated by staff. And it really became a big community event, even more so than when we were in person, because the whole family was able to join in there. So we did a lot of drive-throughs. We also did a lot of home visit drop-offs where we had reading challenges where we delivered pizzas and certificates to students that had done that, and the parents were there, and it was a great way to connect with families one-on-one as we recognize their child. And so just being able to continue those positive connections with parents and students in our community during distance learning.
We also have home visits. So many of the times our students could not come to school. Their families do not have a car to come to school. So sometimes we do make home visits to deliver supplies such as art supplies, also sometimes rewards as well. And sometimes when we cannot reach families, we do home visits to see what ways we could help them by going to their home or curbside. And these are some pictures of our events, of our virtual flyers, as well as our Renaissance Award drive-throughs and our back to school nights and the EL classification, which was recent, and it was a success. It's very fun to be a part of Hardin.
And so the last point that we want to touch on in our presentation is our wellness center. So Hardin Middle School was the first middle school in our district to have a wellness center built, and we opened last year with a full staff inside our wellness center. We have our counselors, we have a social worker, we have a mental behavioral health, and we have an intervention specialist. So it was Dr. Baltazar's pilot, and we're going to be building them at every single middle school and high school in our district. And the center was designed to support our students' social emotional needs. And so it was such a huge support last year. And as we moved to distance learning, we wanted to continue to keep that support of having students being able to log in and virtually get support, have someone to talk to. So we were able to have different links where they could connect with their counselor or the intervention specialist to have someone talk to them and meet with them virtually. And we also created intervention referrals on our website for parents. So if as a parent, I'm concerned about my child because I see some different behaviors that I'm worried about, the parents could put in a referral, and then our intervention specialist would meet with the parents, we would talk with the students and work with the family to support the needs. So it was a way to connect not only students referring themselves to our wellness center, which we call our Husky Den, that's our safe spot for our Huskies, but also our parents to connect with them as well.
Just to say something else, we did create a wellness center website because it's very important for us to have that for our students. There's a calming room, and there's also activities the students could engage in if they're feeling anxious or they feeling some emotions that they want to get out. They have coloring books, coloring apps, music, and just also we also have something that we're very proud of. We have care and compassion meetings. So for students who have all Fs or who need that extra support, the intervention specialist meets with the parent, student, and a counselor virtually in order to find ways and they could help the student in a way they could find help the student.
And the last one we wanted to mention is our contract with Mindful Life Project. So this year with our students and staff and our community, there was just a lot of stress with the pandemic. So we contracted with Mindful Life Project to do every week mindfulness sessions with our students, our staff, and our parents. We had mindfulness sessions in English and Spanish at night. And it was just a huge support for our students, our staff, and our parents being able to have that time to practice mindfulness and to learn how to de-stress. And that is it for Hardin. Thank you.
Oh, we actually have some parents here who would like to talk about their experiences within our district. So
Buenos días. Sí, algo que yo he experimentado dentro de mi distrito, lo he comentado siempre, que influye mucho lo que son los enlaces en la comunidad. Yo desde que mis hijos iban en la primaria tuve esa oportunidad de estar en middle school, de que me pudieron introducir mis amigas que tenían en la primaria. Entonces, desde que mis hijos iban en tercer grado, ahorita ya entraron a la universidad, pero he podido estar ahí gracias al enlace de la comunidad. He mirado 4 generaciones dentro del enlace de Washington Middle. Creo que había un desbalance en mi high school, pero me apegué a la middle school. Entonces, es la que me ha mantenido, y creo que mis hijos no puedo decir que van perfectamente o que no cometen errores, ¿verdad? Pero creo que me ha enseñado a ser la mamá de guianza para ellos. El enlace es algo muy fundamental, es la chispa que tiene la persona que está en el enlace de la comunidad de la Washington Middle. Mis hijos ya salieron de clases, pero de esa escuela, mis 3 hijos, porque tengo una de 19, una de 18 y una de 16, que es la que va en la high school, pero ella es la que me enseñó. Esa chispa, esa manera de enseñar, de apoyar a los padres, de trabajar con ellos, creo que es lo que nos atrae a los padres de las high school. Entonces, es algo que nosotros como padres lo requerimos, los enlaces. Sabemos que esa chispa que tiene ella, el incluir a los padres, el sentirlos apreciados, los estudiantes que están en charter, el sentirlos acogidos ahí con ella, los niños miran a alguien que se aprecia. Entonces, es un don que tal vez tiene ella, pero es algo que es bueno en los enlaces. Y el que tengan esa similitud o esa manera de expresar, creo que es bueno para todos los enlaces y atraer más padres. Hace rato, antes de estar en esta junta, entré poquito a su junta. Tenía 44 padres para hacer un día jueves, que los padres están trabajando de día. Es muy gratificante encontrar tantos padres que estén acoplados a un ser que dice uno, tenemos que trabajar en los padres y pensar en los padres y pensar en los estudiantes y en los maestros. Creo que esa es mi experiencia como madre, estar dentro del distrito. Para bien, estamos ayudándole y cooperando en atraer padres, porque nos vemos motivados a decir, vale la pena estar en estos espacios. Gracias.
Gracias, señora Silva. And thank you all. This is Salinas Junior High School District.
And I just wanted to translate in 2 short words before we do the Jamboard. The parent just said that because of all of these supports, because of the liaisons, they feel so supported, and that is why they are involved in everything they do. Okay.